Some have even been compared to being shot. But still, that shouldn't be a...
Today we have 10 dangerous animals that you should run away from. All right, here we go.
The world is filled with millions of species of animals. Some of them are quite harmless, quietly living their lives, while some of them are just downright dangerous and sometimes very aggressive.
Hey, big cats,
Today we're going to be looking
keep
at
those
10 of the
away
most
from me.
dangerous animals that you should honestly run away from. Make sure you stay tuned and stay away from number 1. The number of fatalities these animals cause
Is that
is
a
simply
running
staggering.
alligator?
Number
hell no.
10. Sharks.
Yeah.
Okay, so technically you can't run away from this thing. but they
Whoa!
can swim
Okay, that was a
fast.
movie. I was like, what the hell is that?
We're not talking about an individual species of shark here, though. We're lumping the entire family in as a whole. Movies and media are often spreading the picture of sharks as being ferocious killers that eat and destroy everything that comes in their way. But it's quite exaggerated, and many shark species are harmless to humans, except for some like the tiger shark.
You know, I agree with this being number 10 because they do get a bad rap, but I have personally seen a shark attack. Well, maybe not personally seen a shark attack, but I've been on the beach when someone got attacked by a shark and it made me never want to go in the water again. So I agree with number 10 for dangerous animals.
Number 9. Ants. It's quite counterintuitive to think
hell
that ants
no.
are more dangerous animals than sharks, but the fact is that they are. In fact, ants are about
Hey, if any of you guys have ever been bit by some red ants before, you know, you don't disagree with this one.
3 times as deadly as sharks. Where sharks cause the average of 10 fatalities yearly, ants cause about 30 every year.
Wow, 30.
One particular species to take note of is the bulldog ant. This red,
the hell
angry-looking
is that?
variety of ant is one of the largest and most aggressive species of ants on the planet. They have large mandibles and venomous stings that in humans can cause intense pain. The
Oh my
worst of
God.
any insect sting that can last for several days.
Really? Yeah. Ah, he's funny. $50? Bro, those things are so big. Did it just bite off its...
Number 7. Deer.
Deer? Are we sure about this? Top 10 most dangerous? I mean, I guess I could see if you're driving down a road and deer jumping out, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, they're absolute dummies. They just jump out in front of anything. They'll jump off bridges and not even think about it. So, maybe car accidents?
Okay, seriously, follow me on this one, please. You wouldn't think it, but deer are actually pretty dangerous creatures. Oh, what's that? You don't believe me? Well, guess what? The yearly worldwide average of deer-related fatalities is at least 300 people.
Wow.
I guess you won't look at Bambi the same anymore. But how come these normally docile and adorable creatures be the cause of so many deaths? Well, deer have horns. And you might think that this would be the main cause of human fatalities. But no, that's very wrong. With that said, the vast majority of deer-related fatalities happen when deer cross the road, usually at dusk or at dawn. In the US alone, over 150 cases are reported each year of
they're
people
so
running over deer
dumb.
on the highway with very
They're
tragic
so
results.
dumb.
Number 6. Elephants. Okay, yeah, this one makes a bit more sense.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. Some of these videos of elephants are insane to see. They are so god dang big. They're so big. Like, how do they even make animals this big on land? Like,
Again,
I get
much like deer, elephants would be the last animals
But
you would
these
think
guys
could be
are big.
dangerous to humans because generally they're viewed as big, dopey little animals. When you think of an elephant, you probably think of them as kind, gigantic, intelligent, majestic creatures who never forget. Well, the thing is, because they're so large and so smart, they pose more of a danger to us than you would think. Elephants will attack if they are injured, or if they feel threatened, or heck, if they just feel like it. That one scene from Dumbo where Dumbo's mother protects him from those kids is really
they're
inaccurate.
bigger than
A lot more
cars.
bloodshed and body parts. And because they're so big, if they do decide to attack, most of the time the results will be fatal. While doing research for this video, I myself was quite surprised to find out that over 500 fatalities are caused by raging elephant attacks every year. In one instance, a 44-year-old man working as an elephant keeper was attacked by a cow elephant when he tripped over a foot chain while the animal was being medically treated. This poor man fell down and was consequently repeatedly attacked with elephant tusks. The man sustained multiple stab injuries to both groin regions, a penetrating injury to the abdominal wall with traumatic prolapse of the loops of the small bowel, multiple defects of the mesentery, and incomplete laceration of the abdominal aorta with massive bleeding into the abdominal cavity. In addition to these penetrating injuries, the man sustained multiple rib fractures with contusion of both lungs and laceration of the right lobe of the liver, as well as comminuted fractures of the pelvic arch and left femoral body. For those of us not familiar with medical terms, that just means a whole lot of bad right there. The man died shortly after he had been received at the hospital, sadly.
I would have died too.
Number 5. Hippos.
Oh yeah,
the hippo is considered by many as one of the most dangerous animals in the world, and the locals in Africa claim that hippos kill more people than crocodiles, lions, elephants, and cheetahs combined.
More than crocs?
They are the third largest land mammal on Earth after the elephant and the rhinoceros. Their closest relatives are whales, from which they diverged about 55 million years ago. They're semi-aquatic, inhabiting rivers.
Wait, hippos are related to whales? Am I the only dummy that didn't know that? Let me know.
Lakes and mangrove swamps. They also spend the day submerged in river mud and can come out at dusk to graze on grass.
So chill, you know?
They eat over 100 pounds of vegetation a day. Oh, and they can easily kill a crocodile. Yeah, they didn't expect that part. The thing is, there are no reliable sources that can confirm the rumor, but there are lots of evidence that suggests there are at least 500 deaths related to hippos each year. And that number could potentially be a lot higher. Marius Els had a pet hippo which he had had since it was just a few months old. The hippo seemed tame, allowing Els to hand feed it and even swim with it. Then one day an ambulance was called out to Els' home and they found him covered with multiple hippo bites. Apparently the hippo just suddenly attacked him and pulled him underwater. He was pronounced DOA in the hospital, but I have no idea what happened to that killer hippo. Number 4.
Oh, poor guy.
Crocodile.
It was his own hippo.
A prehistoric animal that has survived tens of thousands of years with ancestors predating the dinosaurs. The crocodile is certainly one of the world's most dangerous animals in name. Man. It's a real killer machine with powerful jaws, speed.
You know, if there's one animal on planet Earth that I think we could do without, this one right here. I'm not gonna lie, like we don't need this one. We don't. They've been around for too long. It's time to
except for hippos.
Get them out of here.
Why are hippos a
Bro,
problem?
look at this god dang monster. Holy crap, dude. Oh my.
Talk anyway. Unfortunately, the larger species of crocodiles don't have a problem seeing humans as their prey, and the reason for crocodiles not killing more people is likely because we know of the dangers and try to stay away as much as possible. Number 3.
Excuse me, what? What?
Dogs.
Dogs?
Again, another unlikely entry into our list of the world's most dangerous animals, but man's best friend can also be man's worst enemy. Would you believe me if I tell you that the dog causes more fatalities every year than all of our previous entries combined?
I mean, this one kind of makes sense because, like, think about the proximity of dogs to humans. Like, they're around them 24/7. If you get a big dog and you take it for a walk and it needs to protect you for any reason, it gets scared, it gets spooked, and it just attacks someone, you know, I could see a dog killing somebody, depending on the size.
As dog-related fatalities reach a staggering 24,000 every single year. It's not that dogs kill people directly, although some dog breeds are certainly able to do so. Most reported fatalities are due to rabies, which is transmitted to humans when an infected dog bites a human.
Okay.
Rabies is very deadly, and although a vaccine is readily available, there are still a lot of fatalities because symptoms can lie dormant for years before they act up. And when they do, it's often too late, resulting in death. One problem with dogs is that they decide to attack you. Running away from them is simply not an option, as most of these guys can outrun a full-grown human. Number 2.
All right, number 2.
Centipedes.
Ooh.
Looking more like creatures from another planet rather than native to Earth,
dude.
centipedes are truly terrifying creatures. There's an estimated 8,000 kinds of centipedes worldwide, but only 3,000 of them have been fully described. Even so, the sheer terror with these guys inspired people are more often than not to send someone in a panic, and with good reason. Although centipede bites are rarely fatal, they do hurt. Some have even been compared to being shot. But still, that shouldn't be enough to make a fully grown man run away, right? Well, modern centipedes might not make you run for it, but they have an ancestor that will certainly do the job. Arthropora was an 8.5-foot-long millipede from the Carboniferous era. And though it was herbivorous, likely feeding on dead plant matter like modern millipede,
Bro, if I saw that thing crawling on a tree, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably shitting my pants. I'm probably
it still
doing
has
it.
a pretty big
I
scare
am.
factor. Just because it won't try to eat you doesn't prevent it from
Oh,
being
I'm getting
creepy while it
goosebumps
scuttles
right
about.
now. That thing is terrifying.
Fossil trackways have been discovered showing that Arthropleura could move and maneuver quickly, undulating
Oh my
hundreds
God.
of legs in rhythm to nauseate and disturb anyone watching. These are the largest known land invertebrates of all time, and it is unlikely that they had any predators.
I'm glad
They could
those
probably
things
rear
are
up into a
extinct.
defensive posture and look you straight in the
Because
eyes.
if they weren't.
Number one.
All right, we go number 1.
Snakes.
Yeah,
Oh, it
snakes.
had to be snakes.
We watched the
Venomous
top
snakes and
20
anacondas
most
are definitely
venomous
some of the most
ones.
dangerous animals in the world, which is easily noted by the number of deaths per year related to snake bites. Current estimations are around 50,000 deaths a year, but that number could very well be higher considering that many of the most dangerous snakes live in non-developed countries with poor population and lack of healthcare and official records.
That one's a lie right there, because when we watched the most venomous snakes, they were mostly in Australia. Most of them were.
With that
I think
said, the
somewhere in
number of deaths
Africa,
by
which makes
snakes is
sense.
not specific to one species, but rather spread out among all snake species.
The hell's that
And
big
there
old
are-
thing?